throw people into the bar.
So what time did we arrange to get down
I
there?
think evening after supper,
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
whenever that is. So I think the inn should be quite full at that time. Or at least fuller than
Yeah.
it is right now, midday. Or
Okay.
morning, rather.
You don't really know. Usually there are quite a few people in the morning as well. But perhaps since the dwarves apparently aren't showing up here today, either they must be sleeping in or something. There's nothing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hopefully you guys will be back before the evening.
Alright, we ride.
You each buy a horse.
Yes.
Yes.
Best horse we can find.
Like
Best horse in town.
horses. Got here. Who left? Was Marcus who stayed behind?
Marcus
Yeah.
stayed behind.
Right. Find her. Those pictures if you want.
Should we use disguise or not?
There's... it doesn't really matter.
I'd say you don't really need it while you're riding, but
Oops.
Get light horses. Alright. So, Marcus, do you do anything sort of while until lunch, or do you just sort of sit around?
I guess Marcus will kind of... I mean, he'll eat his breakfast like he's been doing, and he'll have a few light drinks, but, nothing too crazy. And then he'll go wander around the town, not doing anything special, just kind of wasting time, essentially.
Alright.
And of course, keeping your eye open, your ears open,
Yes.
or whatever. Yeah, I think you
keep your eyes
know
Paying,
what I'm-
paying
yeah.
attention to gossip and such.
Exactly.
Attempting to see what you can hear. Sure.
Should I roll a perception?
No. That's not necessary.
Okay.
How long do you sort of want to go do that?
Until lunchtime, I guess, and then come back and eat. And then go out again. Well, no, actually, after lunchtime, I'll go up to my room and wait for the others to return.
Sirius, you have been cleaning. You're not quite certain that the merry men, and perhaps the dwarves as well, have located to here, and perhaps they are, well, at least the merry men don't seem to be leaving any day soon. They've not really packed up their stuff as such. Not that they have that much.
so I assume this room would now look pretty clean.
Yeah, there's no sort of dust and stuff on the floor.
Yes, this seems like a great time to move on to the next room.
No, servant brings the guards a little bit of food. They can sort of, give the dog a bone.
Good dog. So after Azurius has spent a lot of time cleaning, he'll like wander over here in his normal fashion, not being aggressive. So like if the guards are trying to stop him, he'll be stopped.
Sure.
If not, he'll move through.
They don't seem to be focusing on the food. See, sitting.
Okay, where will the father be? I think Jones. Did you originally meet him in here?
I think that's his
seemed-
office or something.
Yeah, it seemed to be
No,
like his office last time.
You met him, like, right there last time.
No, we met him in here.
Yeah, I know. I
You
think you
sure?
met him
Oh, no,
after,
yeah, you're right. Yeah, we met a guy there, but it wasn't him.
I'm trying to work out where do I actually go to find? So I'll like knock on this door.
You can knock on the door. There is no immediate reply. Knock on the door.
Might as well try if it's locked or not.
I guess so. You know, like, is it locked?
Yes, it appears to be locked.
Okay, Azurius has no interest in lockpicking it because that would just get him in trouble. Where else may the good father be?
Upstairs in the chapel kind of thing.
Possibly. I don't remember what was upstairs from here.
Pews.
Give a lesson. Is there like a religious ceremony going on?
Can I hear anything from upstairs?
You can hear a soft humming.
Is it like lots of people? Or does it sound like one person or?
No, just sort of a melodious humming.
Oh my bad, there's so many stairs.
You just walk up there?
Yeah, I'm not being like loud stomping up the stairs, so. But yeah.
Alright.
I wouldn't necessarily say I'm being stealthy because that might look, but well, I guess I am being stealthy, but not being like super stealthy.
So you see, there's no one in the room, but the room has sort of this humming, melodious noise to it. What is Azurius' alignment?
Azurius's alignment
It's undetectable.
is lawful evil, but is undetectable.
Alright. How many spell slots do you dedicate to that a day?
What, to make it undetectable?
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
everyone's, I assume.
the only people that are actually undetectable are me and Marcus.
Alright.
And so that was 2 uses of my undetectable alignment level 2 spell.
You hear the sort of melodious humming from around the room.
Where could the good father be? What, Jonas? There was like a magical alarm system in here or something. Let's see, where do I go?
Could always be blunt and ask someone.
I guess
bet
go
the-
out here and see if he's outside by whatever's out here.
I bet these statues are actually constructs that attack evil people.
Of course. Walking stick in hand, open the door.
Alright. Open the door. Little cutting
Ah.
Was that statue there before? I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Yes.
I didn't remember it there before, but okay. What does Azurius see? Stepping out.
Empty configured.
Okay, this is strange.
So what are the extra security measures that are supposed to be in place? Apart from humming statues.
Living gargoyles.
Yeah, probably.
Actually, they don't have a wizard, so probably not, but that'd be kind of scary then.
Or maybe the cleric made like sentient statues that attack evil people.
So, any idea where the cloak might be?
Probably gone. I'd honestly suggest you just ask a guard or something. I mean, you are an innocent servant who just wants to have a quick talk.
Strange, I expected to see an acolyte, maybe.
Might all be holed up in the central keep.
Like barricaded because they're scared.
Or maybe they're doing a crime scene investigation or something. I don't know.
Levitate up the staircase.
CSI cleric.
Oh my. Well, that makes it interesting.
Well, but keep working your way around. You'll see people sooner or later.
Yeah, I guess it can't hurt to let you know. Just wander around the premise.
Right.
What, just like 15 guard dogs north of here? Oh, not 15.
See some people standing here. Seems like there are more guards on the walls, at least, than usual.
A lot more?
Yeah. And they seem to be at least be in groups of 2 or more.
Ah, so we can't single assassinate now.
We can double assassinate.
Oh my!
So a few guards are standing around looking forward. And you see the good Samuel Bahold talking to an infantryman.
Yeah, as I pass, can I get an idea of what they were talking about? You're not
He
stopping,
seems
but
to
you know.
be, to be talking. The infantryman must have asked some question, and he's currently explaining some of the damage that was found in the wizard's room. And,
Explaining our handiwork.
it seems that the good father believes there to be some sort of evil intent in these actions, while the good commander is not so sure. I believe the commander, to be honest, but if the father believes so, then perhaps we should listen to him. The guard agreeing, yes. Pathfinder's always been kind. I wouldn't imagine he would do or imagine up something like this. Yeah, he does know more magic than I do, certainly, and more than the good commander, I'm sure as well.
Hmm.
Sorius continues on.
Intriguing
Side.
conversations.
Side of the keep. He also hears, as he passes, some mumbling from the guards standing against the wall here. These guys, they're sort of talking about the idea, the audacity, really, of Dunnigan to request that the good Maud of Barrington stay for longer than anticipated, and that some of his men might actually do in coming on patrols. One of them argues that it's going to be good to have a juggler or a singer around, while the other one says that these people are not soldiers; they only know how to fight. I mean, clearly the man saying this was not there at the play, because the third one digs it and says that in order to do such a fight that looks so realistic as the one they did in the fight scene, they must know their way around swords more than just foreplay. Sirius gets the idea that perhaps Father Dunnigan has been quick to acquire what help he has within reach.
This is problematic. So we don't have our own bard to do counter songs with. Well, the father has to be around here somewhere. Turns around the corner. My, where could the good father be? It's fine, the most they're going to do is like inspire courage. Well, it looks like we have to search somewhere else. Trying to think, guys. Help me remember. What was over here?
The blacksmith?
You just see the stairs up there.
Were those stairs leading down into the blacksmith?
The door to the
Remember.
tower.
Maybe the father was busy before. Maybe he's in his room now.
I think he's in the keep.
Do I just want to go in?
I don't know. Maybe the keep needs cleaning, who can say?
Malachi Geo, just servants normally come in here as well? That's a bit of the keep.
Oh yeah, people pass through there. It's an ordinary way to sort of get in and out whenever something's not going on.
Might as well take a look.
I mean, there's no
This early,
guards.
there most likely wouldn't be like audiences or anything.
Like, oh yes, I'm sure the throne room needs cleaning.
As he enters, sees that there still seems to be some setups for the play, so blocking his view. Clearly, that hasn't been gathered up yet. Just more of it.
Oh my, they love the curtains.
Sure. You can sort of easily peek through if you want. Even without being easily seen.
So, it's very, being quiet. He's not going to make. Oh Jesus!
She's a group of guards sort of standing around looking around. Mostly sort of talking while they're keeping an eye on this area especially.
In that case, probably shouldn't go past there. Is there like any mess in here from when the play happened?
Everything seems to be put up as it is. It doesn't seem like anything's been cleared yet. You're not really sure if it's supposed to be cleared yet. Most likely the minstrels and such would do that themselves. Clean up after the play.
There's no like dirt on the floor or anything, or like anything that needs sweeping.
I mean, there's obviously some dirt on the floor that he could go to the storeroom and pick up a broom and come back if he wanted to. It seems like quite a job, though. He might be stuck here for a few hours. It doesn't seem like these people are going to leave anytime soon. From sort of their posture and what they're doing.
Well, that's a bust.
Well, you could just ask them, as Sheep said. Oh jeez.
Yeah, sorry, my headset.
It's true. I could just ask them.
Like, carefully and very subserviently and all that crap.
As long as you look like you know what you're doing, you won't get any problems, I think. Just pretend like you have a purpose.
What purpose do I have needing the?
You're a servant.
You don't need to explain it. You can say, I'm looking for Father Dunnigan. Will they say, why are you looking for him? Explain everything. I don't think so. It seems quite paranoid for a guard.
Well, they seem to be quite paranoid.
It's true, but it shouldn't be impossible to ask for the father, right? Look at your face. It's a face of innocence.
I mean, who could think I'm doing anything bad? Underneath the hat of this disguise, you just see the godly death grab, like snarl just going onto all of them.
So you...
I guess Azura's like the nearest guard like comes forward.
They sort
Slightly
of
wait.
look at you.
Would you know where Father Dunnigan is?
Oh yes, the father is currently in a meeting with the commander. You're not to be disturbed.
I see. Thank you.
So much. Nods to you. Goes back to.
I mean, you could stay here and sweep.
I had to go get the broom first.
Yeah,
But
sure. But if he's up there for hours, well, you can catch him on his way out, most likely.
Want to go in there again?
Yep.
Are you just going to get a broom, or are you actually going in there for business?
Basically, I'm going to go grab a broom.
All right.
Unless the father is in there on the way through somehow.
Well, you may just go to the storeroom over here.
Is there a storeroom there?
That's from being here with the servants, you would have found out that there's sort of a small storeroom where so you don't have to actually run that far to
I will grab a broom.
get a piece of supplies or something. Sort of if your nails, a hammer, or whatever might be useful for the county. Right? Sort of the caretaking of the immediate area. You're polishing the statue.
I guess I'll be out here cleaning up the courtyard area.
Sure, there's quite a lot to do. It doesn't seem like anyone's doing it right now, at least. So you're sort of also under the watchful eyes of the many archers on the wall. If you count them,
They wouldn't be seeing me doing anything suspicious. Maybe I'll be polishing the fountain or something.
yeah, of course. You can, however, if you do, you can, however, take a little time as you sort of do here. You can count them if you wish to get an actual number.
Sure. How many guards are there? I mean, I might be stuck here for a while, so.
Right, there you can see there is 16 guards on the walls now. Mostly in groups of 3, but a few sort of walk around with just the 2 of them. Keep watchful eyes.
Okay. Making myself look busy until the father comes down from the stairwell.
Sure. I should sort of do that. You do see after what seems like a few hours, really. You do see the dwarf Barnabas leave the keep, going for the stairway here. He doesn't really seem to take notice of you. He's followed by 2 dwarfs as she walks up on the walls and presumably over the murder to the gatehouse.
Interesting.
How long are you going to stay here working?
Let's see, what time did I get here? It'd be like...
It's a little afternoon by now. I mean, there's lots of work to do. The fountain can always take scrubbing. The statue can always take cleaning. You can cut some grass if you wish. It's quite the job to do. So.
I mean, I guess I will... I'll be out here for... Let's start with maybe 3 hours, I guess, if he doesn't show up.
Sure. Okay. Riding, it takes a little bit of time to actually sort of broker the prices of horses and to get them equipped and to actually saddle up. I don't know how good are you at riding.
Marcus would be terrible, so it's a good idea he stayed.
+5.
It's sort of
I think you have a +5 too, something like that.
We've all got basic horse riding.
Basic horse
Oh,
riding.
riding. I understood writing and was kind of confused.
Yes, me and Jonas
Riding-
are riding a horse. Did you not know this?
+2.
Ride a horse.
You know how Marvel's pigments work, Jonas?
Oh yes.
yeah. So you can sort of ride decently. All of you, not really that well trained in it, but you know. Most likely, so aren't the others. They would have a couple of hours of. They might be a couple of hours ahead of you, though, and sort of you not being the best riders, and your horses not being the best horses. I mean, they're average, right? You don't know if you could actually catch up to them before perhaps they lay camp, and then you would. I mean, they wouldn't really move, and you could ride those couple of hours and catch up on them. they most likely are riding fast if they are asked to go with so immediate at so immediate a time.
So we might take longer than a day.
You know, however, that the main road from here is really not that broad, and it goes through a lot of scenery. If you were to actually get in a confrontation, keeping it hidden would usually be sort of on a usual main road in Talingard. It would be quite hard because there would be people passing back and forth. This is not a very traveled road, though, not a very traveled place, and as such, it might actually be possible to do some fighting and still be able to hide the evidence. In addition to that, I don't know if all of you would be comfortable actually attacking someone while mounted.
Well, cast a spell.
Right, but you actually need both your hands to ride without having to make a ride check.
Right.
We could try to catch up, wait until they make a camp, and then attack.
How far away is actually the closest large town? On the map it seems like it's Deverin.
Large town, you'd guess that it would be Devon, yes, that they would go for. There might be smaller towns, but there isn't a lot of population up here, really.
So how far away is Deverin on horseback? How long does it take?
That's quite some distance. You would guess that most likely they would ride to a nearby holding, where they could then send a bird, which is much faster than riding.
Yeah,
I'm kind of lacking up here on birds.
we probably need to catch them. It's really too bad that we can't.
Again, you could. I mean, if you don't want, of course, the word that something might be up or whatever they're carrying to get out, then you could.
I think we need to try to catch them at least.
You could take the time necessary to actually catch up to them. And,
But the problem is, then we can't do the plan with the.
Well, the cleric still has to contend with both Jake and DDS, and if DDS starts out with silence on the cleric, I mean, Jake would murder him completely.
No, okay.
I think, unless the cleric brings backup down in the basement. I don't know if he does. But the silence anyway should, keep him. It's not to our advantage. I agree. But I am with the same feeling. We need to catch these guys.
My horse is pretty.
Thank you. It's my old horsey biscuit.
It's also amazing. So yeah, we'll leave the judgment call, I guess, up to DDS and Jake.
You ride. You prioritize not letting the word get out.
Yeah.
After taking some chance and risks to actually kill the birds. All right. Yeah, you have a long and sort of exhausting ride ahead of you. It's not really comfortable, but I guess that is a minor complaint after yesterday's shredding with ice shards.
Yep.
Although
Except-
Cash, of course.
Yeah, Cash, she's fine.
Her
She
incredible
saved the
ability
cleric and the
of getting
paladin.
out of the way. Instead of calling out a warning, she took the time to just jump in safety.
I don't think I could have done anything to save the others.
That's what they all say.
Jake, are you back? I'll take that as a no then. Alright. Well, we'll just assume that Marcus just wanders around town for a little more. Asurius, we've been cleaning this, and the dwarf is the only one who's really come and gone. I mean, a few servants come and go with food for the guards and such. Beyond that, it doesn't really seem like much is going on here. Seems like everyone is a little sort of nervous, and there's sort of some tension in the air.
So the cleric does not come down after about 3 hours in a meeting.
No, it does not seem so.
Okay. Well, all I can hope then is he does show up. So I will go over here, exchange whatever I have for cleaning the fountain with like a broom,
All right.
and then I will go in. I will go in here, facing the right way, game. Go over here. Good.
You could investigate the humming while you're there.
In what way? How would you like me to investigate the humming? Detect magic?
I have no idea.
I don't think we should be in that chapel at all.
Begin sweeping the chapel.
Well, I'm going to go down the thing,
Oh, all right.
or up the thing, or whatever way it is.
It is down.
Okay. It doesn't really look like it on here, but okay.
Yeah,
Right.
I know.
That's fine.
Most of the other stairs I have put a dark marking around them showing which way the stairway goes. I think I'll do that for
Now I shall come here.
See the same. Well, it doesn't really seem like anyone's really been here.
And I will sweep this area.
Sure. You can sweeping.
Keeping
It's
my
actually,
ear out.
it's actually quite clean. That's most other things. But no one's really keeping an eye on you here, so you can slag off and just begin sweeping if someone arrives.
I'll be like in a pose like I was sweeping, but I wasn't actually. I'll maybe I'll be keeping that listen out for people. So if I hear anyone coming in through the chapel, or I hear someone like talking to the guards out here, I might eavesdrop. But
You'll if when a servant sometimes passes, you will just sort of seem like you're cleaning, or be cleaning when they actually pass the burn. Sure. I mean, you can do that. That's
this
not
window
really-
is filthy. This window is filthy. Please.
you do as little as you can to help these people while still maintaining the appearance of actually helping them.
Exactly.
You will leave this room dirtier than you entered, after spending so many hours cleaning it.
Take
The
a
point-
dump on the stair. In front of the father's door. There you go.
Like, oh, father, someone dumped in front of your door. See?
Oh, they're the horses, no doubt.
My, that would be. The inn-food is not that bad.
But it's,
Yeah, you
hope
can.
he shows
you
up
can do that
before
for
Hope he shows up before dinner.
some time. A cleric will actually sort of pass you through, go into his cell. It seems most likely to pray. As you wait, but it doesn't seem like the father shows up.
Can always
Boy,
try
boy.
tomorrow. We don't really have a time limit on the father.
Yes, but my character doesn't know that.
Well, you do know that you can always try it the next day.
True.
You do not know that we might take longer than a day riding.
True. So it's like. So I guess I'll keep up the appearance of attempting to help the whole place until like supper.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you do hear a few passing words. You can make a diplomacy to gather information, or to sort of try to. I mean, if you're willing to engage with some of them, that when they sort of walk past,
Just like casual chit chats.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
just sort of, and see if you can find out some stuff.
Sure. 25.
Right, you will learn indeed that the two remaining rangers who were not with Warning, but stayed here, actually left. They have the keep's two last sort of horses that were stationed in the keep stables. The rest are usually stationed in the city stables rather than the actual keep.
There's been
self.
thought.
And they've been sent out, and no one really knows why. The good father apparently thinks that there's some bad things going on. He does not seem to think that accidents like this happen by themselves, and he is apparently Haviland does not has been heard by the servants. They do a lot of gossiping here, got a lot of listening. Word travels fast to say that he will not do anything too rash without actual proof that there was a bad or menace going on here or something. It wasn't just a magical accident. The argument that Matt Martin is gone and all the ravens, however, seemed to give Father Dunnigan the edge he needed in order to at least have free reign within his own authority without having the commander step between him. At the moment, though, the commander is not given orders to seal the keep, and he's not. He still seems to cling to the idea that this might just be an accident. Seems rather sort of. There's sort of some that say that Dunnigan is, he knows about magic and such, but then again, maybe he knows about things. Maybe one of the tales of a witch in the swamp or something like